And we're live. You know whose wedding was a little... Joe Lauzon's wedding was wonderful. It was a classy affair, and there were some really great moments.
It's a real classy
Bert
affair.
showed up. I liked it a lot. Joe's brother, Dan, is there. Dan is also a professional fighter, but he's not tamed like Joe and his friends. Joe and his friends are only professional fighters while fighting. They are also regular people who are... Joe's brother is a pit bull. A pit bull who likes me, but I just worry if I look him in the eyes too long, he's gonna fucking kill me. And he's hurt me before. This isn't a hypothetical. I had a fucking... It's like a baseball-sized I'm rolling with him, and I'm like, bro, just don't break me. Don't break your toys. And he's like, I got you, Woody. Yeah, he fucking got me. Right about here he got me. Swelled up like a softball, or fucking soccer ball coming out of the side of my head. And
what did he punch you? In the
elbowed me in the head.
Came out looking like Hey Arnold.
Dude, and it wasn't like an accidental elbow, I don't believe. He was just like getting position and it was like put his elbow on the mat and my head at like the connect, and it was just like with authority established this position that left me bruised and hematomaed. And now I'm at the wedding with this man, and I'm just like, yeah, like all your jokes are funny, and then I'm pretty fucking intimidated, and you're drinking.
Woody, I'm really glad after all this time that you're not bitter still.
I don't know how many drinks in he had, but I knew that I was in a dangerous situation.
You're counting his drinks. How many beers is that?
Oh, you can't count that man's drinks.
You can't count that man's drinks. And beer, you're adorable, Taylor. If you think he's...
He goes hard in the paint.
Yeah, he was... I'm telling you, one false move and there's another hematoma coming my way. So yeah, that's one of the things that stuck out about Joe's wedding to me.
He likes to fight guy. Like that's a Jim Rome reference that I don't think anybody gets but me. But he's likes to fight guy. Like if you're out somewhere and like you remember there was that video a few years ago of there was a MMA fighter in a bar, and this guy comes in like looking for trouble. Like it's actually a restaurant, and he's just like he's actively looking for a fight. This guy, he's drunk or something. He's just like, come on, come at me, bro. Like he's just causing. And the MMA fighter finally just very calmly like takes him to the ground, and he's like choking him unconscious. And he's looking up from the guy he's choking. He's like, it's okay, everyone, just stay calm. This will be over. This will all be over. Like he's so calm about how he's choking this guy unconscious, and his friends are all like. It's like they just left the jujitsu gym or something like that. His friends are like, just give him a little room. It'll all be over soon. Like, it's fine. And sure enough, he just chokes the guy the fuck out, and they just drag him outside out of the place. But the guy was just cruising for a bruising, and he ran into the person who could have murdered him with their bare hands. But the guy was kind enough to just put him to sleep, take him outside, and let the police handle him. That is not what Joe's brother would have done.
No.
Joe's brother would have like found the most violent way to hurt this man. There would have been broken bones. There'd have been broken bones. I feel like he loves the sound of another man's bones breaking.
Undoubtedly.
Yeah.
He likes to fight,
and
guy.
He's heard it.
Yeah, and he's bit like it's not a hypothetical. He fights all the time. You know, like he's probably settled down now. He's not 23 years old anymore. But dude, yeah, I don't know. I felt like I was in danger. At Joe's wedding.
I don't even know if we should talk about the incident he had, but he had this incident where he was defending himself against 2 or 3 men, and they did not end up well afterwards.
Yeah, he defended the fuck out of all of them.
He defended himself so hard. His self-defense against 3 attackers, we'll call them, was so extreme that there was hospitalization and maybe some law enforcement or lawsuits going on because there were crippled men. Like I don't remember the specifics, but it was like one of them, all of them were unable to walk away afterwards for varying reasons. Some of them had broken bones and some of them were just knocked the fuck out. And it was bad. It was like, yeah, he defended himself pretty good.
You have to roll with. There's something about his bone structure that just seems more Neanderthal or something. Like his knuckles are oversized hitting machines, and his elbows and his fucking deltoids and everything of them is just a little like I don't know. He's He's a pit bull, and I'm a yellow lab. What are we doing here?
Yeah. He shouldn't be allowed at the park. That's
I'm a neutered
and
yellow
it's
lab.
honestly, it's just him being a mean kind of guy, if we're being fair, because like we went to that gym in Chicago that time, that jiu-jitsu gym, and like, you know, it was me, you, and Joe, and it's like, all right, we're all gonna pair off with students here and roll, and I'm just like, me too, all right. Well, I'm sure I'll pair off with Joe or Woody because they know I have no idea what I'm doing here. No, you're with John over here, and me and John are like rolling, and I'm on bottom, and like, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just like, well, I'll resist whatever you're trying to do to me. And after a while, he's like, so how long you been doing jits? And I'm just like, this is the first time I've ever had anything to do with a mat or jujitsu or really anything where another man is on top of me like you are right now. He's like,
this is only my second time in Chicago. Yeah,
literally, I think it was. I was like, this is my second time in the city. I have no idea what's happening at any point of what's going on here. He's like, oh, you should have said something. I was like, I didn't know what to say. Please don't hurt me.
Yeah, was that a challenge? Are you mocking me?
Yeah, like, oh, you don't think I can?
No, I know you can. Please don't.
You've completely misread me, sir. But even that guy was like super chill about it. Like he didn't hurt me at all. Like I didn't have a bruise, a scuff, like a scrape or anything. Meanwhile, Joe's brother, like, seriously injured Woody in a way that like Woody is even down. I'm sure Woody like was like in the hotel room that night thinking like, God, how do I avoid this happening again tomorrow? like I don't want to you don't want to bitch out, but at the same like how do you tell someone that you've hurt me? Please don't do it more.
Like, you can tell when his hat doesn't fit. It's sitting off to the side.
He's pulling out his little yellow stress card. He's like, no.
Woody's got like ace bandage wrapped around his head like a Civil War soldier.
One eye.
Like he's got that like under his chin and over his head like a cartoon character.
The bloody bandana, like a Civil War veteran. That's great.
That was,
maybe I had PTSD at Joe's wedding. Maybe that's the issue. What were you saying, Brandon?
Oh, I recently went on that. It was a hog hunt in Florida, and one of the guys who was on the hunt was Chuck Liddell.
Oh,
yeah. We stayed up drinking one night with Chuck, who's actually he's a really cool dude, really like down to earth, like just super typical dad. Just almost kind of weird because it doesn't fit the idea of what you have of this person. But at one point, he goes to demonstrate. He's talking about like this guy who got, and he's big, real gruff guy. So anyway, gave him a liver kick. I'm like, I follow a little bit of MMA stuff. I'm not super into it or anything, but like I'll watch the big fights when they come up. I'll go to a friend's house or something. But I'm like, I didn't quite process the difference. I'm like, what makes that much worse than a body hit? I kind of get the premise, but I'm like, I don't really get why that's debilitating. He's like, come here, I'll show you.
Oh no.
And he goes, all right, so I'm not gonna hurt you.
That always follows by getting hurt.
And just does a normal hit. I'm like, I don't know, maybe like 20%. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, the whole time I'm thinking, flex your abs, don't look like a bitch in front of Chuck. He hits me. I'm like, okay, not bad. All right, I could take that. It hurts, it stings, but all right, fine. All right. Now I'll liver hit. Boom, hits me in what I feel like is the same spot from a different angle. And it's like, real men don't cry. Oh,
my liver.
Morty, they hit me in the liver. It's the hardest work.
Morty, they're fucking up my liver real bad. I don't know if I'm going to keep drinking like I used to.
It's the hardest working liver in the galaxy, Morty.
Hardest working liver in the galaxy, Morty. I mean, it might be good for you to slow down a bit, Rick.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. So you just felt peer pressured a little bit into letting him experiment with the liver hits?
Oh, no, I was drunk.
Oh.
Yeah, you ever see that clip of there's a clip from Pancreas where Bas Rutten ruptures a man's liver, and it is awesome. Like Pancreas, you had to use open palm strikes, but everybody is kind of hitting with like the bony part of their wrist for the most part. I guess the idea was we do some of these, but everybody's like doing these, and he ruptures a man's liver. Like he already dropped him once with the liver strike, and the guy gets back up and he hits him again. And I feel like I feel like you guys aren't reacting strongly enough to when I say
I
you
know this
ruptured
fight.
a man's liver with
Dude,
his
so-
hand.
Well, I was waiting
If
to
I
hear what
recall
happened.
correctly, this is what happened. Bas Rutten kicked the guy in like the inner thigh, and he told the ref that it was a nut shot.
Oh yeah.
And Bas Rutten took offense to this. He's like, I did not hit that guy in the balls, but I've decided he needs to pay. And there was like a mismatch in their skill levels. So he's like, the most painful way to defeat a man is via liver hits. So I'm just going to keep hitting him in the liver until he quits. And yeah, he just repeatedly, he was kind of known for being able to get those liver shots.
Ugh.
And he just liver shotted the fuck out of this guy. And he went down, got back up, tried it again, hit him in the injured liver, maybe more than once. And it's fun to be a viewer of such a fight. I wouldn't
That's
wanna
such
be
an
in it.
important organ. Like they probably do. They
It's a
have
big one too.
rush him to the
How's
hospital.
a liver different than a kidney?
Your liver is your largest.
You've only got one of them.
Yeah.
Okay. What do they do?
Big difference.
Well,
They
the-
filter everything out.
Well, they both do
like-
that. No, am I crazy?
I think the
Yeah,
liver
they both do that, but in varying ways. I'm not.
I don't know the difference.
I'm so
know.
glad I'm not alone. I thought everyone knew the difference, and I was a fool for not knowing the difference.
Liver.
Well, it seems like kidneys are primarily like getting like it's like the last line of defense, right? With some filtration, like with mostly with liquids, whereas the liver is like catching all the toxins, it seems like. But I don't know anything about this shit. I just know that apparently it's full of nerve endings, and getting hit there is just an incapacitating kind of blow.
Brandon's not a fan.
Apparently not.
No, been there, done that. Yelp review, 2 out of 10. But not suggested to a friend.
All right.
Oh, but your liver, a fact I obviously already knew, is the only internal organ that can regrow. Do you know that?
Yeah. When you get a liver transplant, you just need a little bit of someone's liver.
And it grows into a whole liver. That's really
Yeah.
cool.